What's going on, and everybody, welcome to my first long-form video. This was a map maker battle with my friend PyroPete, where we both made a brawl ball and a showdown map and 1v1'd on them with whatever brawlers. I decided to make a trick shot map for my brawl ball map, and I added a bit more off camera, but I decided to just keep that for now. I also made a showdown map where I wanted to make it primarily water with some portals just to make it kind of confusing. This was a really satisfying thing to place all this water to. I loved this. It was actually quite fun, even though it took a while. But I managed to do this pretty quickly and get a decent map made. It was nothing crazy, we were just making some meme-y, funny maps just to mess with each other. So this was nothing serious for a prize or anything. But I made some teleports in here, and I decided that that was going to be my map. We decided to play his Brawl Ball map first, and I queued in Surge because Surge is amazing in Brawl Ball. His only rule for this map was that we had to trick shot off the walls, which I decided to use for my Brawl Ball map too, since that was kind of the whole point. This first matchup, I managed to try and keep some decent pressure, but since he just had so much range and walls to hide behind, he managed to kill me pretty early on here, and it kind of just didn't end up too well for me. This first match, since I didn't know the map at all and he knew everything about it, it just kind of ended up not going great for me. He tapped me down right here, which was really annoying because I was trying to get the ball back up the map so he couldn't score easily, but he sadly managed to get a crazy trick shot here, which it wasn't anything actually insane. I just kind of fucked up. I probably could have blocked it too, but that's okay. I tried to push back up to continue pressure, but he managed to dino jump his way past me and get another free goal. So he won round 1, but we're doing best 2 out of 3 for all of our maps, so that's okay. I can make a comeback in round 2. I locked in Mortis as he's also very strong on Brawl Ball, but he sadly played Sam, who is a tank, which is the worst possible matchup for me right now. I'm going to do my best, but I don't think this is going to end up very well. I tried to get up the map early, which actually worked out pretty well. I got the ball up past him, but he sadly knocked it down pretty quickly, used his super, and I tried to kill him here, but he did and managed to push up the map and get a pretty clean trick shot right here. It actually was one of my cleaner shots because I managed to push it right past him, which I could have easily gotten it quicker if I hadn't waited, but I decided I wanted to play with my life a little bit. I'm now up a goal, which is very good for me because as long as I can run down the clock for the next 2 minutes, I could win this round 2. Sadly, though, that's not what happened, and he managed to get a trick shot past me since I just can't kill him quick enough playing Mortis against a tank. And he also has a supercharged instantly at the beginning of every game, which makes it really hard for me to not be able to get trick shotted on because he always has a super kick available pretty much. I tried to use my hypercharge here to stop him, but he sadly almost got it in, which I actually managed to get and push back up the map for what I thought was going to be a crazy comeback, but I don't know how this is going to work out. I tried to push up here, but he already was ready for me, so it didn't work out for me. I kept trying to dodge around him, and at one point I even tried to go for a kick, which I don't really know what I thought was going to happen, but it just didn't work out how I wanted it to. I also didn't have any more gadget charges, so there was no real way for me to kill him properly here, and he tapped me down, sadly, and then used his free super to get a goal off of me. He sadly won his Brawl Ball map, but we still have 3 other maps to test out, so I can hopefully win at least one of these. We tried to test out my Brawl Ball map here, and after I switched to Daryl, I was going to play Lou, but I didn't like him very much. I switched to Daryl, and we went for a trick shot battle. I made this one a little bit more interesting and added some stuff after the footage, like I said. But we managed to continue, and I tried to get some pressure up past him here, but I kind of just completely forgot about, all of Melody's mechanics, so she managed to get past me. Or he managed to get past me. Playing a female brawler, my bad. Anyway, I tried to push back up the map, and it did work, actually. I did get up a good bit. He just was waiting for me. So I was kind of screwed here, and I was going to try and go for a little wall bounce, but he sadly was just watching and waiting, which was really annoying. I could have gone for a super kick there if I was fast enough and definitely gotten that goal, but I kind of forgot about Melody's notes. Again, I don't ever play Melody, but he managed to dash up the map and get a goal off on me, which kind of pissed me off here. So I tried to play aggressive up the map, which actually almost worked out pretty well for me. But then I just didn't kick it hard enough within range for some reason, and then he used his hypercharge, which absolutely shredded my health. I tried to keep the ball up the map, but I keep just getting hit by his notes through walls, which is really annoying me. I tried to defend this here, and I actually did pretty well, but it just didn't end up working out too well for me. And he managed to score pretty easily off of me here. After taking me down, he got a free goal and won himself round 1 of my map. Going into round 2, I decided to switch up my strategy a little bit because it just wasn't working out before. So I decided I was going to try and lock in Mortis because he's very good in Brawl Ball. I don't know how this is going to work out for me, though, so let's see how this goes. He played Rico, and his gadget is very annoying as a close-up brawler, so this is going to be a pretty hard matchup for me. Trying to push up the map a little bit, and I did manage to successfully get onto him here, and I almost got a kill, but like I said, his gadget is very annoying playing against a melee brawler. Sadly, for me, he managed to push up very, very quickly here, and there wasn't really much I could do while playing Mortis. The only saving grace for me was that we had to bounce it off of walls, which managed to allow me to get it out of the goal and try and dash up onto him to kill him. He managed to just keep getting suppressing fire onto me, which was really annoying, and he sadly got a free goal off on me here. As you guys can tell, I want to just be clear, he is 50k trophies and I am only 20k. He is a lot better than me at this game. This was just for fun. Like I said, this isn't anything competitive at all. But we just wanted to collab on a cool video for you guys. So if you do like this, please like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton. And if we're able to hit 500 subscribers by Christmas, I'm going to be making a Brawl Stars club that anyone can join. So like I said, please like and subscribe. I managed to get a free goal off of him here after killing him. And I tried to push back up the map. It didn't really work out too well for me, though, because he melted the shit out of me. His ability to hit me like around walls is very annoying, and as you can see here, I got absolutely shredded. He very nearly scored off of me here, but I managed to keep the pressure up after he instantly, and I do mean instantly, just deletes me. There's nothing I can do against that. And then he goes for a trick shot, and thankfully for him, he scores that trick shot. And that loses me round 2 of my own map. We're now queuing into his showdown map, which I have a feeling will not go well for me, but I try to lock in Surge, as I'm usually okay with Surge. I kind of suck at him, but I'm still good-ish, I guess. He played Mandy, which, since I didn't know anything about this map, I didn't know that I was going to need a lot of range, so I kind of got screwed over here because he was just pressuring me back a lot using his range. It didn't work out too well. I managed to get some hits later on, but it just was not working when we were in this sniper duel where I just didn't have the range to hit him. So this was a pretty disheartening match for me. I managed to try and push backwards up the map, and after he pushed towards me, I got some free snipes onto him here, and I was trying to get my supercharge, which I sadly didn't quite have enough range to do. If my range was slightly longer, or if he had stayed in my range longer, I definitely could have won this game. But he sadly ran right back out of my range and continued sniping at me, which was very annoying. To be clear, I'm not hating on him for, sniping at me. That's what his brawler does. He didn't have a choice. And then he got a really lucky super on me here. He literally said in a call afterwards that he couldn't even see me on his screen. So I sadly lost that one, pretty much due to luck. But I queued in 8-bit because his map control is kind of insane, which was my main priority here, was to continue map control. He played Chuck, which I wasn't really sure how this was going to go for me originally, but it actually went out pretty well. I managed to continue sniping at him while he was setting up his posts, which let me continue to charge up my super, which, when I was placing my first super, I made a pretty fatal mistake in placing it right on his train tracks because I'm a dumbass. So I pretty much wasted a super, but I managed to pressure him down the map here before he dashed up onto me, and that kind of screwed me over too. Like I said here, I got my supercharged, and then placed it right in his track. You'll see that in a second here. But he managed to kill me and dash up onto me, and then right here, I throw my super right in between 2 of his posts, because I am a genius. I try to kill him from these bushes here, and he manages to get a dash, killing literally half of my super in like a second. He then throws another post at me, and I try and pressure him down because I know, hey, I just wasted my super, I need to get another one. But he manages to kill me. Well, not kill me, kill my super. And then very, very nearly kills me, and then I walk onto spikes and almost die again. But I managed to run away to the healing pad here and survive a little bit longer. This was a very stressful game for me, but after I got my hypercharge, it was just kind of over for him because that turret shredded through his health. Hypercharge was definitely my saving grace here, but I'm very thankful that it was. I managed to win round 1 of his showdown map, or round 2, my bad. And going into round 3, I decided to lock in Colette. I don't know what I was thinking here, but he played Clancy, which, since this match got dragged out so long, it did not end up well for me. You'll see that in a minute. This was kind of a stressful game because I just was trying to get my supercharged, and I probably could have gotten my hypercharge too, which I actually did get charged. I just didn't use it. I'm not really sure why, to be honest. But he popped his gadget here, so I tried to keep my distance so he couldn't get too many tags off on me. And after his gadget duration was over, I tried to push back in to keep the pressure up. This is working out pretty well for me so far, as I'm able to get some pretty decent damage on him since he does have a good chunk of health. This wasn't an amazing match, but it wasn't bad either by any means. I was getting pushed back here because he actually had a bit of range, and it was a scary, very stressful, close match here. Before he managed to teleport down up with these teleport pads that I didn't even know were here. I'm not really sure where he went for a second, to be honest. No clue. Pretty sure he went through the green pad, and he did. But I didn't know that in the moment. It was a scary match for me. Very stressful, full of scary shit. I don't know what the hell I'm saying anymore, by the way. I've been talking for 10 minutes straight, and it sucks. I don't like doing this. This is why I don't make long-form videos, but I decided to do this just to be chill and hang out with my friends. I have a feeling this isn't going to get more than like 5 views anyway, since it is literally 15 minutes, and nobody wants to listen to me yap for that long. But this 1v1 was actually going pretty well for me. I managed to get my hypercharge charged right here, which I just didn't use. I'm really not sure why, to be honest. But he managed to get his tags up to gold after hitting me right here, which just kind of solidified my fate. As you can see, Storm was also closing really, really quickly onto us, which meant I was forced to be in close proximity to him, meaning I pretty much couldn't escape his range like I was doing earlier. So that kind of just sealed my fate here, and I really had nothing to do, and he just continued to pressure me back before I had to close in on him because Storm would have killed me if I hadn't, and then he used that to his advantage to tap me down pretty quickly here. Sadly, that means I also missed my hyper because I'm a retard. That was my own fault, to be perfectly honest. I just fucking suck at this game. Anyways, going into my showdown map, I had a little trick up my sleeve. Since I made it an all-wall map with, like, walled-in whatever, I decided I was going to play Shade to try and hit him, but he sadly used a thrower, which kind of sucked for me. That was, like, the worst possible way this could have gone. But after getting a large chunk of my supercharge, I teleported out onto the other side so that he couldn't follow me as easily. And then I tried to push in, but like I said, he had a thrower, which was, like, the worst counter to this strategy. He's thankfully managed to somehow forget that I had a supercharge circle, which kind of screwed him over in the end here because I was able to dash into him and kill him. But he literally forgot. And if he had remembered about Shade's mechanics, he would have easily won this match because I would have had to just, like, be stuck out here, and he would have been able to kill me really easily, and if he had stayed on my supercharge circle. But after he did charge my super, I just kind of pushed in, dashed onto him, and managed to tap him down very, very easily. There was nothing he could really do here, so I don't blame him for losing this one, but I got a free kill off of him here, and managed to win round 1 on my showdown map. This match literally lasted 15 seconds. I decided to, like, oh, I'll play Rico since he's got, like, you know, bouncy whatever, and it's an enclosed space. He 2-tapped me in less than 15 seconds. So that didn't work, did it? I decided to play Janet, trying to go for, like, a little toxic strat with her hypercharge. And he unironically locked in Bonnie. We did not communicate that, by the way. He just wanted to play Bonnie. So that worked out kind of well. I tried to push onto him here and kind of just forgot how Janet worked for a second because I literally have her at, like, 300 trophies. So, yeah, that didn't work out too well. He was going to super onto me here, but I think he decided it wasn't in his best judgment. He then teleported away for some reason. I'm not really sure what he was thinking doing that, but he did. I also have never used this gadget before, so bear with me here trying to figure out what it does. I don't know where he went here. Like, he didn't teleport back. I don't know how that worked out. I don't know how he got here. I'm very confused. But anyway, we managed to keep just 1v1ing him and keeping him stuck into the corner there. And he decided to pop his long-range mode on for some reason. But after I popped my hypercharge, I managed to get some free damage onto him. And that pretty much sealed his fate here after I managed to tap him down really easily and winning me my own showdown map, which was the only one I won. Anyways, thanks for watching all the way to the end. Please like and subscribe. It helps out a ton with the channel, and it would really mean a lot to me.